Okay, folks, this is April 6th, 2025, and I'm going to go on a little turkey scout trip going up to where I hunt. I usually when I go on these little trips up there, I usually do it once before the season starts, usually a little earlier, and I usually hike around a little bit. Normally there's a bunch of snow left, but I have a feeling with the mild winter we've had and the warm temperatures lately, I have a feeling there's not very much snow up there. In the town of Meacham, I think there's nothing, but you get back in there, there's usually pockets. Anyway, that's where I'm going, over yonder. Sure is beautiful out here. Be a great place for a house right there. Anyway, I'm going to take my trail cam up there and try to hide it. Hopefully no one will steal it. It's not technically public land. It's private, but the public has access to it. So I got to find a place where it's not very obvious, because I want to get at least a week's worth of recording on there to see what shows up. But the main thing I'm doing now, since I'm going afternoon, when you see less turkeys usually, although I killed, I think all of mine were in the PM last year, and get to you next pheasant season. Anyway, this is the time you usually see less turkeys on the main trails, and which is fine. I'm looking for turkey signs. As long as I know where they're frequenting, I can find them. So, without further ado, I'm going to head on up. Okay, well, I'm here, and not much snow at all, just little patches so far. I'm sure there's deeper patches further back, there usually is, but before the season even starts, this is good. I mean, it's bad that it's going to encourage more hunters to show up, competition, but I usually don't have too much trouble with running into other hunters most of the time. There's plenty of real estate in here for the most part. Just as long as I don't get crazy with four-wheelers and stuff, which they aren't supposed to have in here. That's a motorized vehicle. Yeah, electric bike, you think motorized, but yeah, it's got an electric motor, but they treat it like it's a regular bicycle, according to Oregon law. So there you go. Anyway, I think this could prove to be a very productive turkey season. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to head on in here, get my electric bike. Plus, another thing I need to do is see what logging they've done since last time I was here, because sometimes it can be a real shock. You get in here and find out all of a sudden the place that you were planning to set up is decimated. So we'll see. If I'm lucky, they haven't cut anything down at all, but realistically, they probably have. Mild breeze up here. Some tracks down here. They wouldn't need to come down here. As usual. Let's see if I can get a shot going. See if there's anything up in here. Where's the crow call at? Alright. Nothing. Okay. That's not unusual for this area. Don't see anything there. I don't generally hunt this area because usually there's nothing here. I see them a couple times last year in here, but they used to frequent this, but they don't as much. I think there's more people driving in here. They're not supposed to, but they do it anyway. Shift down a little bit. Oops. I got a lower view. There we go. Save up the battery. What's that noise? Heard a funny noise. Huh. I don't know what it was. Nothing answered me. Nothing usual for here. You can see him here early morning or evening, if you did at all. And this is all fall, so you can tell there was snow up here, but it's all melted off. In fact, usually this time of year it's still got some snow, but it's not running off that much, so there's a little bit less water overall than there usually is. Still looks pretty good. But there has been a lot of vehicles in here. I don't know how many of them are authorized. Okay, pay dirt. That turkey track. Oops. Right there. I'm not that far in, so it's probably a hen. I don't think that's big enough. Or it's a Jake. Okay, we'll see how it goes further in. Not sure it's there. Nothing yet. Gobbler. Yep. Right there. First time I've seen one right here. here. Oh, there's a hen with it. I think it's a hen. Another hen. Another hen. How many are there? Okay, well the jig's up now. They know I'm here. They don't want to hang around. There goes that big male. So, I've seen four turkeys. Don't worry guys, not have to worry about me for a couple weeks still. Hopefully that won't make them too afraid. I've scared them before and had them just go like 100 yards and stop, so you think they'll leave the whole area and they don't always. The guy on the bike is a pretty frightening prospect. They're not going to answer me because they know I'm not a hen. That's good. See four so far. One shootable from the bunch, for sure. The other ones I think were hens. It could have been jakes, but they didn't look as bright colored, so more than likely they're hens. This part always has snow till the last minute. You can always expect a snow patch here, according to me. What? I changed the powder. And here's the other big patch. And these will all be gone before the season's over. Unless we get a cold spell. Somebody drove on it. Somebody. Alright. Let's push. Oh, Rio Grande turkey bass there. Recognize the species right off. Anything there. I used to frequent this meadow a lot. I don't see any today, at least not right now. But this is the time of day you usually don't see a lot of them. Okay, turn the battery off. I turned the camera off for a little while. Now a couple of ducks taking off. Took off from this pond. It's pretty common. I remember when this was all forest before they cut all the trees down. It was a really pretty place. All the markers where they replanted kind of looks like tombstones. Looks like a tree cemetery. It's kind of what it is in a way, but at least there's new life coming up. I mean, they did replant, and hopefully those will be successful. Of course, it replanted late enough. I don't know how much moisture these trees got, because once we get into the summer, it's really dry up here. Winter is what supplies most of their moisture. This is running normal, pretty much. Did I see something move? Maybe not. Just a stump, I think. Sometimes you find turkeys in clear cuts. There could be one out there that I don't even see amongst all the stumps and debris. Here is where they piled up debris from the logging and then they burned it. That's what we're left with. This little clear spot. Eventually there'll be trees that fill that in too. And down the road they'll be logging it again. I'm going to go up here and take a look at a couple of these planted trees. See how they look. I mean, forest is my concern too, like anyone else's. This is another debris pile here. But looky here. Here's a little tree. They ran out of markers, they still had trees. So some of the trees don't have markers. One right there. 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 This one looks healthy. This looks good. Looking good. Looking good. Let's take a look at the ones by the markers. Oh, look, there's a nice pine. So they've got some firs and some pines Maybe some spruces too. I don't know what all they planted. They'll outgrow their more. They're worried about deer grazing on them. I had the same problem in the home. I have a ponderosa pine tree. Actually, I have two of them I planted. They're still real little. And one of them was looking really good at the end of summer, and then deer came in and ate almost all the needles off of it. So I'm waiting for that to come back. They usually dine on my aspen tree. I have two aspens I planted. One of them they've almost destroyed a couple of times because they've rubbed their antlers on it and also grazed on it as well. The other one I've got some one of those things that hold it steady. The tree deer have trouble getting to it because of the lines. I think it bothers them. Anyway, these are looking pretty good. They've actually grown since last year. I think the evergreens still grow a little bit even in winter time, even though it's pretty slow. I mean, they're all not completely shut down. But yeah, these look good. I got a marker here. Got the numbers on some of them. Now here we got something happened here. This marker got knocked over and there's no tree. So I don't know what happened to it. Who knows? But most of them look pretty darn good. I'm very optimistic. This is what they cut down. It's one of them. It actually grew pretty fast, judging by the rings. Must not have been a pine. You look at the rings of a pine, it's some of those, the rings are so close together. Yeah, there's a dead one right there. That one don't look like it's coming back. But most of these look pretty good. I don't know what this is. Not an evergreen. Yeah, here's the animal trail, looks like. Same place I walked. These trees look good. I'm happy. And I'm glad they planted them. I really am. Find a really good one here. Most of these look pretty good. Here's a nice one here. Well, good to see. Not very many of them got destroyed. That's good to know. I was concerned that there would be some of them be all dead looking. They made it through the summer, and they got plenty of snow. So the aquifer's full right now. So they're going to be looking good. They should do really well. Good to see that. Now I'm going to move on. Just for the heck of it. Yeah, nothing answered. Of course, up here you don't find very many crows. You mostly find ravens. I think the turkeys know that too. I'm probably thinking, hey buddy, something's funny going on here. They know the area and they know what lives here and what doesn't. And if something seems a little unusual or odd, they're definitely going to question it. No doubt. I'll head on in here a little further, see what we can find. This video is GoPro. Oh, there's turkey droppings. There we go. More sign droppings. Those are a few days old, but it means the turkeys are using the road. It's good to see. There was one year I came up here and hunted, and I could not find a damn turkey. Could not get close enough to any of them. I mean, I couldn't even find them. It's like they were never here. There's some tracks, mud. I don't know how old they are. They're not from today though, I'm pretty sure. That's okay though. These vehicle tracks are not very old. There's older turkey tracks right there. This could be a main crossing area. I might follow that little spring down. Nothing here. They do come through here. I don't see any. Nope, nothing. I've killed a couple of them here. I think this is where I killed that Merriam's last year, right down here. And I also killed a Rio up there. A different season. Okay. I'm not making racket. They can hear that. The tiniest sound. There's my tree. That tree I killed turkey there, and from in there I killed turkey up here. Find a place to put my camera. I'm going to do a few days of wildlife photography recorded. See what all comes through, including predators. There's turkeys right there. 2 males. Yep, 2 male turkeys. And there's a hen near them too. Just keep going, not making any racket. Yeah, okay. At least 7 I've seen so far. They just run up on. Yeah, they didn't spook because I'm cruising past it. If I stopped and harassed them, it'd be a different story. And all through here so far. No tracks there. Wonder how it is in the very back. I won't go all the way back there, I don't need to. Because that's the travel of it. I'd rather do without. Well, there's one right there, a hen, right behind that tree, right behind those branches. I just seen it duck in there. Yep, right there. I'm not very scared right now, because no one has shot at them yet. The youth season, how do I get this? Somehow this keeps turning off. I don't know if my hand's bumping it or what. Yeah, I really don't want to have to pedal all the way out. So that's 8. 8 I've confirmed that I've seen. 1, 2, 3 of which were males for sure. It's looking pretty good. Looking damn good. Once they get hunted, the whole perspective will change. Rather than go down there right now, I'm going to go on back this way. Down towards the back. See what I can find. There's my big tree. I think it was broken off the top. That's a massive tree. It's one the loggers missed, I think. Or they left it as a seed tree. That's a good one to sit back against. You got a clear view of the road, except for these weeds here, these plants. But, yeah, I could put a camera back in there somewhere too. It's got to be close enough to the road that the motion triggers it though. I don't know how far away that motion's going to activate. Yeah, and it's got to be hidden well enough to where no one's going to steal it. That's the big thing I'm concerned about, someone ripping it off. If I was rich, I wouldn't care to put 3 or 4 of them suckers up. If they got lost, oh well. But, I know they do pass through here, I just don't know how often. It's always not that big, it's probably a hen. How the hell did what looks like a weed head get in here? That's weird. Must have fell off someone's vehicle. Let's do it. Try and get a shot gobble. Nothing. Well, typically this time of day they don't gobble as much. Unless there's a real hormonal male. He's definitely looking for a female because, let's see, what time is it? It is now 1:29. Yeah, I've heard him at this time of day, but usually it starts slowing down quite a bit. Time from about 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock, it's kind of a slow time. Doesn't mean they're not out there, as you have seen. And then crossed several turkeys already. without even looking for them. Okay, I had to switch batteries. The thing about the GoPro, it really drains batteries fast. Even on a warm day like this. I'm wearing a t-shirt for crying out loud. Normally this time of year it'd still be cold up here and there'd be a foot of snow or more. So, considering myself fortunate. Especially since, contrary to what some people believe, the hunting actually improves with the length of the season. And gets towards the end of the season, it's really good hunting, usually. Depending on how many people have been in here. So, I've gotten several birds near the end of the season. Last year I had everything done by the first part of May, I think. But it was kind of like this. Snow melted off early. I don't think it melted off quite this early though. This is normal how it would look sometime in May. And we're just barely in April. It's April 6th and we still got 9 days till the regular season starts. The weekend before the regular season, the youth season starts. I don't know how many young people will be up here hunting. And we'll see. But, of course, the youths can, if they don't bag their turkey, they can continue to hunt during the regular season. The limit is 3 per season, 1 per day. They won't let you get them all the same day. That'd be convenient, get all knocked out. But it kind of makes it sad because the thrill of the hunt is a lot of it. I've had years where I didn't get anything, but I still enjoyed the hunting. It's not always just about bagging a bird. Although it does get frustrating to spend hours out here and not get anything. But the thrill of the hunt, that's what it's about. So when you bag that last bird of the season that you're allowed, it's bittersweet. You know, it's like, yeah, I got it. And then, now hunting's over. So, anyway, press on. Coming up on a clear cat. This is a recent clear cat. It was clear cat last season. So this is only the second season with it. Cat. It's like an animal trail there. A couple of them. Probably elk mostly. There's a lot of elk that go through here. A lot. I didn't want to carry so much meat out. Oh, we got a Oh, now it is. Okay, now we're quite a ways towards the back, so this is the main hill going down in there. Let's see how this looks. The last couple of years, I've been gathering in big groups down there. Let's see if it's still like that. Of course, there's no snow, so I can't use the snow to track them. But I can look for the footprints in the mud or droppings. Can't believe how warm it is. Wow. Should have brought my weather monitor with me. Here. A duck down there. Mallard. A pair of them. I've been trying to nest, and then people coming in here to hunt will scare them off. They end up going somewhere else to nest, I think. See any footy prints? Oh, right there. Multiple turkey tracks, but they're a few days old. So, a few days old. Killed a turkey or two back here before. There's a lot of logging activity back here last year. Gotta fit some old tracks. Turkey tracks that were who knows how old. Hidden right in that stand of trees right there and killed a turkey. No fresh tracks. No. Nothing new. No force gobbles either. Well, this time of day it's harder to get them to gobble. But you can get them to come in. They don't always gobble when they come in. Sometimes they just come in. That's why you gotta be on your toes. I'll go up here to the end and turn around. You can hear a train over by Camila or Meacham. There's connect. Otherwise known as bearberries. They produce berries late in the season, so if you're hungry, you can eat them. Well, with the wild rose hips, we got those up here too. Another spot I think you might see a turkey, but I haven't seen one for a long time here. I'm sure they come through here. Just want to find the area with the most activity. Find an area to plant my camera without anyone seeing it. Yeah, I used to drive in here. I mean, when they used to allow it in the season. And I'd park. Sometimes I parked right down here by this pond. Can't hunt in there, of course. It says keep out, but a lot of this area is huntable. Yep, let's see anything. Thus far. Years ago, I took an archery shot of a turkey. He was standing right over there. I was parked over there. That's when you could drive in here. And arrow missed him by about, I don't know, just a few inches to one side. Never recovered the arrow. So every year I come up here and look. Still haven't recovered it. It's always possible someone else could have recovered it, but I don't think so. I think it never was found. And it had several seasons of snow and melting and cattle walking over it and who knows what else. Pretty much shot right through there. And it would have come through here. But I always look every year. I always stop for a few minutes and look. But never have found it. You know, so it could have buried itself, and maybe something will unbury it at some point. You know, I just don't know. But they had an electric fence up here for a while to keep their cattle in, I assume. And it's possible whoever was putting the fence up, could have recovered it. So I'm just wasting my time here. Oh well. Always worth a look. I would love to get one with an arrow. I really would. I'd like to this year too, but when I was at work, I did something to my finger. I hyperextended my middle knuckle here, and it just hurts every day. And the thought of pulling back a bow just isn't too appealing, thinking about the pain it will inflict on that. So I'm going to have to wait till that heals before I shoot anything with a bow. And I have not shot a bow enough lately. I'm way out of practice. I need to practice more before I actually hunt anything with it. No sense in crippling animals. This is a beautiful area. In fact, right down over there is where I had the wolf encounter with the white wolf. It's in one of the videos too. It's hard to see in the video because the quality of the camera was not the greatest, and I was in a dark area and was shooting out towards a light area, and so it really wreaks havoc with cameras having that contrast like that. So I'll move on, cover more area. There's some prime hunting area up that way, which I haven't been up to this year. Because this is the first time I've been up here this year. But there could be turkeys up there too. And they get around. I cover most of this area, but I'm trying to find the area that looks the busiest. Look at that coyote right there, standing there staring at me. I don't know where it came from, it just appeared all of a sudden. That's a good-sized coyote too. Not as big as a wolf. Not as big as a wolf. We have those here too. But they don't always show up. I mean, the chances of seeing a wolf are pretty slim. This coyote must have been intrigued by my activity and decided to investigate. Decided there wasn't any food here available for him. There he is right there. Where'd you go, little critter? Come here, doggy. Well, they're like a medium-sized dog, but considerably different in behavior. Is he watching me? Yeah, he's probably hiding now. Watching me from a spot where I had trouble seeing him. They're very cunning. I'm not coyote hunting anyway. We got plenty of coyotes. There's no problem hunting them. It's just I'm not interested in hunting them. They remind me too much of dogs. However, sometimes you do have to do a little predator control if they get out of hand. Get too many predators and it affects the prey that you're trying to hunt. I don't see anything here. This is an area that I usually frequent in the morning or the evening, not so much in the afternoon. It's when I've always found them here, morning or evening. Kind of late afternoon, find them. This is early afternoon, so usually the time you see the least animals. Yeah, last couple of seasons, the turkeys gathered in this area in the early morning. Yeah, okay. There's dropping right there. Maybe they're still doing it. Another dropping. Yeah, they might still be doing it. They gather here and then disperse after that. Some go that way, some go up there. Some might even go that way. It's hard to say. But, they've been through here, no doubt. Yep, more dropping. More droppings. They definitely have been here. It's probably an area they gather in the morning or the evening before they roost. Boy, if I could find the roost tree, I'd be happy. That would make my day. There's only been once or twice I found the roost tree, and it didn't work out because there were hunters and other stuff going on. And there's another dropping right there. I'm going to change batteries again. I'm going to be on the last battery, so I guess I'm going to have to conserve. Okay, I switched batteries again. This is the last GoPro battery I've got, so I'm going to have to conserve energy. So I'll be turning the camera off for a while until I see something. There's another dropping. I went down that little secondary road a little ways, found one dropping. So you've been on that one too. Yep, more scat. And more. Look at this. Right in here, right in this area. It definitely come through here, no doubt. Not 100% sure that's turkey though. This one looks quite a bit like it, but there's more black than green in there. You have to wonder. Okay, I found evidence of multiple droppings along here. Probably could have come from up there. Who knows? You never know what direction they're going to come from. But they have been here. They weren't today. I mean, they weren't fresh, but there's another one right there. They're not fresh, but probably not more than 2 or 3 days old, I think. Okay, now that I've covered this main road, I'm going to go down this way to a place where I killed a turkey a couple years ago. A nice one. And they do definitely come up that road, so see what I can find. Two hens in front of me. A gobbler over there. Probably about, well, I don't see a long beard. Must be a Jake. There we go. Finally got a gobble out of one. Yeah, I don't see a big long beard, so it must be a Jake. Still bigger than the hens. It's a shootable bird. Never mind me, guys. You're safe for now. Alright, so one male with two hens. Doesn't look like a real big male. I mean, it's big enough. Maybe worth bagging, but don't worry, guys. I'm not gonna hurt you. At least not today. Well, no, that other one next to it, that might be a male too, but it's definitely smaller. It's easy to get those jays to gobble. No longbeards yet. Haven't seen them. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, well, how many is that I've seen so far? More than 10. Yep. And there's several males, several shootable turkeys. I think things are going to be looking good. As long as they don't get too scared of me. I didn't shoot at them, so that's always good. If I shot at them, they would freak out. Oh, snow. Yuck. There's a nasty patch of snow I didn't expect. And one male was just, I think it was sitting there, resting. And the other two birds were walking around. But yeah, at least one other one may have been a young male. I don't know. But I couldn't see a beard, so. But one was definitely male for sure. Anyway, I'm going to cover more of this road. It'll get me up to the big meadow where a lot of hunters go, where I've killed turkeys myself. But lately I haven't been hunting there well, I hunted the bottom of it last year, but the part of it I used to hunt, I haven't been hunting as much. It hasn't been producing like it used to. Of course, it's entirely possible those could have been the birds I saw earlier that were higher up on the hill. Could be the same ones. Okay, this area always looks really good, but I've never shot anything over here. But I have called them and they've called back. Usually they're down that way somewhere. Not a lot of hiding areas. A lot of the trees are a little on the small side. But you could put a blind up in here. That'd be easy enough. So if I wanted to hunt this, I'd just put a blind up probably. But yeah, I've never bagged anything over here. You go further down, the road goes down, there's a couple of nice spots. But I've never gotten anything down in there. While I was talking, I noticed there's dropping right down there. So yeah, they've been up here, no doubt. I just don't know when. I shot that eastern up here, which wasn't very far from here. And that other guy showed up and he came down this way to hunt. And there was another one gobbling back. But I don't think he got anything. I never heard a shot, so it probably figured out something wasn't right. It may have seen him or heard him, who knows. But I don't think he got one. He may have got one later that day, but he didn't get that one, I don't think. That one, if no one shot it, it'd be a year older now, so it'd definitely be a mature bird for sure, even if it wasn't Jake back then. That was a nice eastern I got up here, nice long beard. Didn't expect to get an eastern here, but, you know, as much as they move about, they could have came from Washington or Montana. They could have worked their way over here. I mean, 2 generations. They don't stay stationary just in one spot, you know, but they're not necessarily migratory either. But they'll move up and down the hills. As the weather gets really bad up here, they'll go downhill. And then they'll come up here when the weather's better up here. So they'll move a little bit like the elk, but not as far. This is where I shot that eastern. It was really long here. Knocked him over there. I was sitting, where was it? Right there. It's that tree, I think it was. Yep. Sitting right there. Came right up within 9 yards, I think. Really close shot. Glad I didn't miss. It's easy to miss if they're that close. Well, I'll go up through here and see how it looks. Okay, so I got my camera planted. It's pretty hard to spot it, so hopefully no one will take it. And I'll come back in a few days and see what's on it. Hopefully it'll be enlightening, so to speak. I don't know who those people are. There's some people that hike past here with their dog. Not really a good time to bring a dog in the woods because they can chase turkeys. And turkeys are trying to produce young. They're pretty good at hiding. So turkeys will see that dog and they'll disappear. Well, found several turkeys I didn't expect to see this time of day, but I did. Also saw some hikers with a dog. So other than that, yeah, turned out to be pretty good. Lots of turkey sign, turkeys. Didn't see any huge adults, but I know they're in here. It's just better at hiding. So, looks like it's going to be pretty good. I don't have much snow to contend with, which is nice. Come up here one time, like a week or two early, and there was like 15 inches of snow up here. It's really hard to walk in deep snow. But it's not like that. So looking forward to it. Oh, that one turkey, the one that I got to gobble, you know, it looked close enough to shoot, and maybe it was, but turkeys are large birds. Sometimes you think they're like 30 yards away and they're like 60 or 70, so it's better to get them in nice and close. Anyway, I got my camera planted and I'll come up here in a few days and I'll check the footage, see if anything crossed in front of it. Might be interesting to see. Could be anything that goes through there. Then again, I could find more people on there than anything else. Hopefully no one will steal it. It's kind of hard to see where it is, so unless they're specifically looking for it, they may not find it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and special thanks to my Patreon people for they help make this possible by contributing to gas and other costs. Anyway, thanks for watching.